It's college football time, so let's pick the biggest games versus the spread and make ridiculous football food. It's easy call.
These are your enormous Week 4 matchups. We are going to be also making these ridiculous oxtail sliders from the Cecil, but first we are at the outstanding Blue Ribbon Downing Street bar here in the West Village. We have custom cocktails, as you see here. Sort of looks like the burnt Arizona sun because UCLA, 3-point favorites on the road in Arizona. The big story here, obviously Josh Rosen struggling last week, but UCLA secretly a dominant rushing team going against an Arizona team that hasn't really played anybody. Last year was kind of ugly. The big matchup for me in this game is going to be Josh Rosen going against the Arizona defense. Maybe some exotic blitzes coming out of that 3-3-5. If Arizona is going to upset UCLA, it's going to come from taking advantage of turnovers, turning picks or fumbles into points, penalties that extend drives. Everything has to work out for Arizona, even though they are at home. So I'm going to take the Wildcats 27-24 in an upset. I feel good about this. They are so fast everywhere. Let's go there and let's get into this Kentucky Peach. Oh yeah. God, bourbon's great in the morning, isn't it, everybody? Yeah, it is. Next game, Texas Tech in Lubbock, home dogs, 8-point dogs to TCU, a secretly beat up TCU team going against a Tech team looking more balanced on offense than we've seen of late. Defense still a little bit shaky, but after beating Arkansas last week, you have to like the Red Raiders and the guns up goodness down there. Big matchup to me, Texas Tech on defense, stopping Aaron Green and TCU because on the road, TCU could struggle because their defense isn't what it was and Pat Mahomes can wing it around for the Red Raiders. TCU needs to be great on the ground. I think in a shootout, I'm going to take those home points, even though I think TCU eventually wins 42-37, but put my money as little as I have on the Red Raiders. And give me this drink, which is hibiscus infused mezcal, very Texas. Calling this the two-a-days. You got the red of TCU, got the little bit of green for the frog with the mint. This is going to be great. Oh yeah, a little bit sweet, obviously pungent in a good way. I like adjectives. And it's the two-a-days. I might only need one a day. Let's be real, I need one of these. All right, the third game, Utah and Oregon both ranked in Eugene. Pick'em game because nobody knows what's going on with the health of the quarterbacks. Travis Wilson with his shoulder injury, of course Vernon Adams of Oregon with his broken finger. So pick'em game at this point. I think the big matchup is going to be Oregon stopping the run. The defensive line is good. The linebackers are rusty. Utah has a very good running back in Devontae Booker. If it is Vernon Adams, and who knows what the line is going to be, my final score, let's call it 38-27. I think the Ducks eventually run away with this game late. If it's Jeff Locke, just take those points. Just take the Utah points. I don't think Oregon's going to be able to throw down the field, and it could be pretty unfortunate for Oregon. They could lose at home, but nobody loses with the braised oxtail sandwiches. That's a toss. That's what that's called, a tease. From the Cecil, JJ is excellent. You need these in your life for your tailgates and watch parties. Take a look.
What's up? I'm JJ Johnson. We're here in Harlem, New York at the Cecil. And I'm gonna cook some oxtail sliders with some 2-year-old cheddar, pickled red onions, and this sweet, tangy barbecue sauce.
I'm on board with all of this, JJ. So oxtail is something that people don't immediately think about when they think about football. One, what is oxtail? And two, what is the preferred practice for getting it to be this like crispy, tender mix?
It's the back of the cow,
right.
So it's really tough. You need to braise it. And if I'm gonna go tailgate, I wanna come with something different. You show up and it's like, hey, build your own sandwich.
What's up? I do it better than everybody.
Right, I do it better than everybody. You're just gonna get it like really nice and warm, get everything mixed together.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw it here on my sizzle platter.
Yep.
Gonna throw this 2-year-old cheddar on top. Some people like to put a lot on the sandwiches, like super messy.
Right.
I want it just messy enough. Are you ready?
All right, because I want to taste meat. I don't want to soak it.
No, you don't want to do that.
Oh my God, it's so tender. That's how people describe meat too. You need this recipe in your lives, at your tailgates, at your watch parties. Go to Eater for the recipe. JJ, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go be alone.
Here, I got you another one, don't worry.
Yeah, those are borderline pornographic. Ridiculous sliders. Do make them. Next game, and to honor the next game, we've got what we're calling the Gator, because it is basically a spiked Arnold Palmer or a John Daly, and no lie, I need to drink these in jorts myself. I'm not even making fun of you, Florida. I want to wear jean shorts and drink this. We'll get into that. Florida 2-point favorites against Tennessee in Gainesville. Obviously, Florida wins a little bit ugly last week against Kentucky. Tennessee needs that signature win. Florida does have a quarterback in Will Grier. Going against a Tennessee pass defense that's pretty average. I think the big matchup is going to be Florida, if Will Grier can help engineer extended drives, finish in the red zone against a Tennessee defense that is talented but has struggled some. I'm gonna go with Florida in a relatively ugly game, 20-17 at home, but big bad Jalen Hurd is gonna make his presence felt, just like I'm gonna make this felt. Let's just go. Oh, this is a way to start out your day. This is the way to start out your day. And our final game, Arizona State hosting USC. USC 6-point favorites. This game's gonna be real fun. Obviously, last year ended in a Hail Mary heartbreak for the Trojans. This week, big stories, USC coming off a pretty ugly loss against Stanford. ASU, we've only really seen them play against Texas A&M where they were overwhelmed up front on offense. I think the big matchup here is going to be USC themselves pressuring the quarterback because ASU's line has struggled, but Mike Bercovici, if given time, can pick apart defenses, especially on third down, which USC struggled against. I'm gonna take ASU in the points here, but I think USC wins a squeaker. Let's call it 31-27. I think Cody Kessler looks good late, but this is gonna be an absolute fun one. And there you have it. Those are the picks. I'm going Arizona schools, Texas Tech, maybe Oregon if they're healthy, and we're going Florida to win ugly and barely cover. Thank you once again to JJ from the Cecil and those ridiculous sliders. A huge thank you for Blue Ribbon and the Downing Street Bar because I'm feeling particularly terrific after these cocktails. Those are the picks. These are the cocktails. Thank you for watching. See you next week.